Hello students, welcome to the lecture on output devices, and after the lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Understand the concept of output devices, explain the monitor, discuss the printers and their types, review the special purpose output equipments. Let's start with a brief introduction to output devices. An output device is a piece of hardware that is used receiving information from a computer. Some devices are both an input and an output device and can transfer information in one of two directions depending on the current situation. A disk drive is an example of an input and output device. Some devices can be used only for output, for example a printer and a monitor. This is the most commonly used output device. It displays what someone has typed or otherwise entered into the computer on the screen in front of the one monitor. Monitors can be monochrome, black and white, black and green, or black and amber, or color. Color monitors come in various types. Each type has a different number of colors to use and a different quality of picture or resolution. Higher resolution and better quality of pictures on screen, resolution is measured in pixels. The screen is divided into a grid. Each square on the grid is a pixel, any peripheral that receives or displays output from a computer. Let's now learn about the concept of output devices. An output device is an electromechanical device that accepts data from a computer and translates them into a form suitable for use by outside world or users. Several output devices are available today. They can be broadly classified into the following categories: monitors, printers, plotters, screen image projector, voice response systems.
Output device.
An output device is any piece of computer hardware equipment used to communicate the results of data processing carried out by an information processing system which converts the electronically generated information into human-readable form.
Display devices.
A display device is an output device that visually conveys text, graphics, and video information. Information shown on a display device is called soft copy because the information exists electronically and is displayed for a temporary period of time. Display devices include CRT monitors, LCD monitors and displays, gas plasma monitors, and televisions.
Input-output.
There are many input and output devices such as multifunction printers and computer-based navigation systems that are used for specialist or unique applications. In computing, input-output, or I/O, refers to the communication between an information processing system such as a computer, and the outside world. Inputs are the signals or data received by the system, and outputs are the signals or data sent from it.
Types of output.
Some types of output are text, graphics, tactile, audio, and video. Text consists of characters, letters, numbers, punctuation marks, or any other symbol requiring 1 byte of computer storage space that are used to create words, sentences, and paragraphs. Graphics are digital representations of non-text information such as drawings, charts, photographs, and animation, a series of still images in rapid sequence that gives the illusion of motion. Tactile outputs such as raised line drawings may be useful for some individuals who are blind. Audio is music, speech, or any other sound. Video consists of images played back at speeds to provide the appearance of full motion.
Graphics.
A digital image is a numeric representation of an image stored on a computer. They don't have any physical size until they are displayed on a screen or printed on paper. Until that point, they are just a collection of numbers on the computer's hard drive that describe the individual elements of a picture and how they are arranged. Some computers come with built-in graphics capability. Others need a device, called a graphics card or graphics adapter board, that has to be added. Unless a computer has graphics capability built into the motherboard, the translation takes place on the graphics card. Depending on whether the image resolution is fixed, it may be a vector or raster type. Without qualifications, the term digital image usually refers to raster images, also called bitmap images. Raster images that are composed of pixels and is suited for photorealistic images. Vector images which are composed of lines and coordinates rather than dots and is more suited to line art, graphs or fonts. To make a 3D image, the graphics card first creates a wireframe out of straight lines. Then, it rasterizes the image, fills in the remaining pixels. It also adds lighting, texture and color.
Tactile.
Haptic technology, or haptics, is a tactile feedback technology which takes advantage of the sense of touch by applying forces, vibrations, or motions to the user. Several printers and wax jet printers have the capability of producing raised line drawings. There are also handheld devices that use an array of vibrating pins to present a tactile outline of the characters or text under the viewing window of the device.
Audio.
Speech output systems can be used to read screen text to computer users. Special software programs called screen readers attempt to identify and interpret what is being displayed on the screen, and speech synthesizers convert data to vocalized sounds or text.
Examples.
These examples of output devices also include input-output devices.
We will now study the types of output devices. 3D printer, Braille embosser, Braille reader, flat panel, GPS, headphones, computer output, microfilm COM, monitor, plotter, printer, projector, sound card, speakers, speech generating devices, SGD, TV, video card. Let's learn about soft copy versus hard copy output. Soft copy output is not produced on a paper or some material that can be touched and carried for being shown to others. They are temporary in nature. Hard copy output is produced on a paper or some material that can be touched and carried for being shown to others. They are permanent in nature and can be kept in paper files or can be looked later when the person is not using a computer. We will now discuss about the monitor. Monitors are the most popular output devices that are used today for producing soft copy output. They display the generated output on a television-like screen. A monitor is associated usually with a keyboard, and together they form a video display terminal, VDT. A VDT, often referred to as just terminal, is the most popular input-output device that is used with today's computers. It serves as both an input and output device. The keyboard is used for input to a computer and the monitor is used to display the output from the computer. The name terminal comes from the fact that the terminal is at the terminus or at the end of a communication path. Let's now understand LCD monitor. LCD stands for liquid crystal display, referring to the technology behind these popular flat panel monitors. An LCD monitor is distinguishable from a traditional CRT monitor, as the latter has a bulky footprint with a depth of several inches and a weight 13 to 23 kilograms or more, while LCDs are commonly 1 to 3 inches, 2.5 to 7.5 centimeter thick and weigh less than 4.5 kg. LCD displays were used on laptop computers before the technology improved enough to make the jump to desktop monitors. LCD monitor consists of 5 layers: a backlight, a sheet of polarized glass, a mask of colored pixels, a layer of liquid crystal solution responsive to a wired grid of XY coordinates, and a second polarized sheet of glass. By manipulating the orientations of crystals through precise electrical charges of varying degrees and voltages, the crystals act like tiny shutters, opening or closing in response to the stimulus, thereby allowing degrees of light that have passed through specific colored pixels to illuminate the screen, creating a picture. Let's study the printers and their types. Impact printers. The printers that print the characters by striking against the ribbon and onto the paper to print the text are called impact printers. This mechanism is known as electromechanical mechanism. The characteristics of impact printers are the following. Very low consumable cost. Impact printers are very noisy. They are useful for bulk printing due to low cost. There is a physical contact with the paper to produce an image. These printers are of two types: character printers and line printers or drum printers. Character printers. Dot matrix printer, DMP. Dot matrix printers are character printers that print one character at a time. They form characters and all kinds of images as patterns of dots. Since dot matrix printers produce printed output as patterns of dots, they can print any shape of character that a gram can describe. Dot matrix printers are impact printers because they print by hammering the pins on the inked ribbon to leave ink impressions on a paper. Hence, they can be used to produce multiple copies by using the carbon paper or its equivalent. Due to impact printing, dot matrix printers are noisy as compared to non-impact printers. Dot matrix printers are normally slow with printing speeds ranging from 30 to 600 characters per second. However, they are cheap in terms of both initial cost and the cost of operation. Daisy wheel. Head is lying on a wheel and pins corresponding to characters are like petals of daisy, the flower name. That is why it is called daisy wheel printer. These printers are generally used for word processing in offices which require a few letters to be sent here and there with very nice quality representation. Line printers. Drum printers are impact printers because they print by hammering on a paper and inked ribbon against the three hectares embossed on the drums. Hence, they can be used to produce multiple copies by using carbon paper or its equivalent. Due to impact printing, drum printers are noisy in operation and often use a cover to reduce the noise level. Printing speeds of drum printers are in the range of 300 to 2000 lines per minute. Barrel printers. This printer has a number of discs, each containing all the letters and numbers. These discs are situated one near each other on a shaft and can rotate independently from each other. Lines are written by revolving each disc in the correct position in order to form a complete line. A row of hammers will strike the ribbon and the papers. Let's now discuss about the printers and their types. Non-impact printers. The printers that print the characters without striking against the ribbon and onto the paper are called non-impact printers. These printers print a complete page at a time, also called as page printers. The characteristics of non-impact printers are: they are faster than impact printers, they are not noisy, they have high quality, and these printers are of two types. The inkjet printer. The inkjet printers produce high quality output than dot matrix printers do because they form characters by very tiny ink dots. Inkjet printers are slower than dot matrix printers are, with printing speeds ranging from 40 to 300 characters per second. Typically, an inkjet printer is more expensive than a dot matrix printer. They are preferred if speed of printing is not an important factor. Laser printers. Laser printers are page printers that print one page at a time. Laser printers produce printed output as patterns generated by the laser beam. They can print any shape of character that a program can describe. Laser printers are non-impact printers, hence they are very quiet in operation. Now let us talk about the printers and their types. Chain band printers. Chain band printers are line printers that print one line at a time. It consists of a metallic chain band on which all characters of the character set supported by the printer are embossed. A standard character set may have 48, 64 or 96 characters. In order to enhance printing, the characters in the character set are embossed several times on the chain or band. The total number of hammers is equal to the total number of the print positions. Therefore, a printer supporting 132 print positions will have 132 hammers. The chain band rotates at a very high speed. A character is printed at a desired print position by activating the appropriate hammer when the character embossed on the chain or the band passes below it. Since the character set is repeated several times on the chain band, it is not necessary to wait for the chain band to make a complete revolution to position the desired character in the correct print position. Chain band printers are impact printers because they print by hammering on a paper and inked ribbon against the characters embossed on the chain or band. Hence, they can be used to produce multiple copies by using carbon paper or its equivalent. Due to impact printing, chain band printers are noisy in operation and often use a cover to reduce the noise level. Printing speeds of the chain band printers are in the range of 400 to 3000 lines per minute. Now we will have a look into the printers and their types. Electrostatic technique. An electrostatic technique converts text information into spoken sentences. To produce speech, these devices combine basic sound units called phonemes from a given text information. Sequence of words are combined into the phonemes, amplified and output through a speaker attached to the system. Electrostatic techniques are still in their infancy because currently they can produce only limited unique sounds with only limited vocal inflections and phrasing. However, they are very useful in a wide range of applications. Let's analyze some of the special purpose output equipments. Computer output microfilm COM. Computer output microfilm COM is a process for copying data from electronic computer media onto microfiche or 16 mm roll microfilm. A high-speed recorder transfers the machine-readable digital data onto human-readable microfilm using laser technology and a processor. The COM features include enhanced tilting, enlarged file breaks and barcoding, and provide easier filing and better access. COM is nationally and internationally standardized, meaning that data is arranged and images are reduced in a consistent manner. The COM-produced indexing and formatting allow access to information from updatable indexes, and indexes provide the ability to perform the keyword or key value searches on the mainframes or the personal computers. The COM provides an inexpensive way to preserve records from a variety of electronic sourcing, including records that might need to be stored indefinitely but referenced only occasionally. COM may also be impractical when printouts must be hand-corrected or research requires the reader to look at several pages simultaneously, or there is a small and infrequent volume of printouts. There are advantages to choosing either outsourcing or an in-house COM operation. Outsourcing allows for the growth of information output, the ability to fiche non-coded information, and eliminates equipment, labor, or other overhead expenses for the organization. In-house COM service decreases the risk of lost tapes and slow turnaround times and provides organizations with quick access to high-quality microfiche images. Special purpose output equipments. Document printers or multifunctional devices. An MFP, a multifunction product printer peripheral, multifunctional all-in-one AIO, or a multifunction device MFD, is an office machine which incorporates the functionality of multiple devices in one, so as to have a smaller footprint in a home or a small business, or to provide centralized document management, distribution, production in a large office setting. A typical MFP may act as a combination of some or all of the following devices: printer, scanner, photocopier, fax, email, special purpose output equipments. Plotter, drum plotter. In a drum plotter, the paper on which the design is to be made is placed over a drum that can rotate in both clockwise and anti-clockwise directions to produce vertical motion. The mechanism also consists of one or more pen holder mounted perpendicular to the drum surface. The pens clamped in the holder can move left to right or right to left to produce horizontal movement. A graph plotting program controls the movements of the drum and pen. That is under the computer control. The drum and the pen move simultaneously to draw designs and graphs. Sheet placed on the drum. The plotter can also annotate the designs and graphs so drawn by using the pen to draw characters of various sizes. Since each pen is program selectable, pens having ink of different colors can be mounted in different holders to produce multicolored designs. Flatbed plotter. A flatbed plotter plots a design or a graph on a sheet of paper spread and fixed over a rectangular flatbed table. In this type of plotter, normally the paper does not move and the pen holding mechanism provides all types of motions necessary to draw complex designs and graphs. That is under computer control, the pen in the required manner to draw design and graphs on the sheet placed on the flatbed table. The plotter can also annotate the designs and graphs so drawn by using the pen to draw characters of various sizes. Provision is also there to mount more than one pen in the pen holding mechanism. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. The plotters annotate the designs and graphs so drawn by using the pen to draw characters of various sizes. Monitors are the most popular output device used today for producing soft copy output. The drum and the pen move simultaneously to draw designs and graphs, sheet placed on the drum. Plotters are ideal output device for architects, engineers, city planners and others who need to routinely generate high-precision hard copy graphic output of widely varying sizes. Digitizers are used commonly in the area of computer-aided design (CAD) by architects and engineers to design cars, buildings, medical devices, robots, mechanical parts, and so on.